Shitty boys. Finna crank the throttle. In the club, big lit, I need 8 more bottles. Crab legs, boy, this ain't no lock. Tall ass chop, make them full. Like I came with taco. AR-15, this bitch came with holla. Red and white, como day, no, I ain't with water.
Quite the truck. How's it going, guys? I'm Tyson and I'm standing right in front of my 2018 BMW 340i. I bought this car in December of 2021, and I knew that's really when the B58 platform kind of blew up a little before then. So I really wanted to get my hands on it and see what I could do with one. So in 2022, when I started building the car, I didn't know if I wanted to go with a hybrid turbo or a full frame turbo setup, because I know the Pure 800 was out at the time, and now they have the Pure 850 and a couple other models, but I knew they were pushing good power and it fit well with the transmission. And the bored out stock turbos have always been reliable, especially on these inline 6 BMWs. But shortly after, I decided to go a different route, and I went with a full frame kit from Spool Performance. This kit actually got released last November, I believe, and they were actually able to push 800 horsepower on direct injection with their injectors, their high pressure fuel pump, low pressure fuel pump, and their cams. So I thought direct injection might be the way that I want to go if I want to keep the stock manifold, if it survives on me. So I went with the full frame turbo kit from Spool Performance with a 64-66 millimeter precision turbo. Has the CTS turbo charge pipe, Fuel FX200 fuel pump, which was also released around the same time as the kit. Also Spool's low pressure fuel pump for the Gen 1 B58. And let me think what else. I had all that done around last October. And then I also have, we did spark plugs, bulletproof PCV from Ross Racing, Invader Solutions. And then the car was originally tuned by boot mode, Stage 2 Plus, before I was running a Dorch Stage 1 high pressure fuel pump, before I switched over to the full Spool kit. But knowing that Spool was making all these parts to work together, I decided to go with the full Spool package, so I ended up replacing all my old parts. And yeah, the only thing that really struggles now is the transmission. It has trouble shifting into third, trouble shifting into sixth, so I think a built transmission on this setup, maybe with port injection from the RK-V1 manifold, is going to serve me right, and that's probably what I'm going to do in the future. A couple more things with this car. I am running the Spool ethanol analyzer, which is good because I can actually pull up an app on my phone and it reads 24/7 on what my ethanol content is. So this car actually runs best on this setup running E50, so 50% ethanol. So it's nice when I'm mixing fuel to look at my analyzer and really see what I'm working with there. And this car is all-wheel drive, so I do have to worry about transfer case and a little different tire setup. I have to stay in the 1% rolling diameter, so it does make it a little difficult switching from tire setups and choosing which tire is right for the car. And but overall, I'm glad I went with the X-Drive option over the rear-wheel drive, because I do want to make this into a dig car. All the launches were good. On the full bolt-on setup, which was stock turbo, Dorch high-pressure fuel pump in the bulletproof PCV with an intake and stage 3 trans tune, it actually ran a 3.2 0-60 on 93, which is not bad. And now with the full frame turbo, because of the axles and the transmission, I haven't launched it yet, but that is definitely something I want to do once I get this car right with the trans and some new axles. So yeah, for sure. Starting off with the GTS hood. This was actually from Souvenir. It's an aluminum hood. And I have the vent. That actually helps with my ITs a lot. Getting cold air going into the motor and properly cooling the motor. This is a real Veris front splitter. I can't remember where I got that from, but it doesn't really matter. And then 340s do come with the LCI headlights and taillights, which is nice. Got Apex wheel setup on some Continental all-season tires. Drilled and slotted rotors on the These aren't the base brake setup, but it's nothing special. It's not the M3 brakes or anything. I need to figure out if I want to go to a 17-inch drag wheel or if I want to go 19-inch BBSs. If I go BBSs, I'll definitely upgrade to a bigger track brake package. But if I go down to 17s, I'm going to need to actually go with a smaller brake, which will be nice. And the car doesn't trap anywhere near 150 miles per hour in the quarter, so I should be fine with running smaller brakes and no shoot. I will not be hitting the sand trap. But these carbon fiber M mirrors are actually the first modification I put on the car. It's actually not dropped on coilovers, it's dropped on H&R springs, depending if I want to bag it or if I want to go lower, or get a raked fitment if I want to go fast down the corner. The M Sport package, it has all, I can't remember what they do for packages on the 340, but it has the self-parking mode, sensors all the way around, backup camera obviously, it does have the heads-up display, 15-inch or 12-inch screen. God knows. Yeah, I got no idea. And then it does have the M Sport package with the nice seats, which was huge because I don't really plan on going buckets until I'm trying to hit a specific time in the quarter. GFB boost controller, which is actually preset to my tunes. So when I go from 93 to E50, all I need to do is put it in preset 1 or 2, and my boost settings are locked in. For interior, besides the carbon magnetic paddles in the K-brace, it's pretty much fully stock in obviously the GFB boost controller. 35% windshield tint with 5% all the way around, done by our boys at Tint Pro Plus in Middleton, Massachusetts. Then it has the OEM mid-kick ducktail spoiler with the rain light diffuser and carbon fiber. Going off the turbocharger is a DINAN mid-pipe feeding into a Valvetronic muffler. The DINAN controller helps me with the click of a button control my Valvetronic exhaust actuator if I want it opened or closed, instead of having to put my car in sport mode or comfort mode. There's the Audi.
That's fucking awesome. Oh my god, 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 oh my god.
No blinker. Oh my god, he's turning around, bro. Are you fucking serious?
I just put my belt on.
I told you, bro. Every single time.
Damn, yeah. Fucking Christ. Battery's low now. Oh boy. Alright guys, 5 seconds in. You know how we do.
Yep. Hold on, he just pulled me over. Give me a sec. How's it going, sir?
Good, how are you today?
Good.
Good, can I see your license registration?
Yeah. Is there a reason why you're pulling me over?
Yep, your illegal windshield tint, the dark side window tint,
Okay.
and no inspection.
Yeah. Alright. Yeah, I totally get it, sir. I never take this car out. I got a couple YouTubers in town for the day. We're filming a review on both my vehicles.
You just stopped a female driving a car,
My sister.
same last name.
Yep.
Okay, same thing, tinted windshield.
Yeah, no, we build cars for social media.
Okay, but it's still legal.
Yeah, no, it's illegal.
Okay, so you're gonna remove it.
Yeah, no, we're gonna remove it. We're actually sponsored by a tint shop in Middleton, so for the shoots, we leave it on. But
that matter?
no, let me think. No. He just drove by the house too. He was waiting for us to fucking pull out.
He was circling, dude.
Pull my sister over, bro. I'm gonna give my sister a buzz. This is just ridiculous. How about that's why she was screaming at me when I was talking?
You idiot!
I told you! Wow, dude. Did this guy fuck you? Dude, he's like, your fucking windshield tint's so fucking illegal.
And then what happened?
What did he get you for? Windshield tint and all that shit?
Get your license registration. Alright, give you a warning.
See, my Valvetronic fucking button isn't working right now. It's not.
Battery flashing at me. Cunt.
You can see a common theme of colorways on my cars is black with white accents, or the alloy wheels where I can put them in the chrome tips. So you can see on the 5 Series I did a similar design in what's it called? Fucking paint scheme. What the fuck? The Scumbag Society had seen this car on Marketplace around the same time I did, and at that time it was wrapped in red with the stock. What was it, titanium silver metallic paint under the wrap, and the previous owners had actually wrapped the car themselves, so it was not professionally done. Or it was a very cheap vinyl that they used on the car, and so right when I got the car I noticed there was water damage, watermarks permanently in the vinyl, and a couple other things. The quarter panels were, or not the quarter panels, the rocker panels were rusted, and the side skirts were actually peeling off the back, so it wasn't in the best condition. Also, my jack points were rusted on the car. So I actually picked it up from Connecticut. I drove it back here. It actually made it back in one piece, unlike the 740. Yeah, we got it back here, and after like a week or so, we peeled the roof wrap off. We were gonna rewrap the roof, and then once I peeled the roof wrap off and it started taking paint off the bottom, I was like, no, we need to find an alternate plan and take everything off and rewrap the car. So that was my initial plan, and then I started peeling more off, and all the paint peeled off the hood, and I could tell how much body work was done under the wrap. So I was like, no, it might be a good job to have this body work filled in and then give it a paint job. So I stripped the car down, headlights, taillights off, bumper off, rear bumper off. I took all the aftermarket stuff off, repainted the mirror caps and a bunch of other stuff on the car, and took it out to Lynn to have it painted professionally in this, I believe it's Cosmo Black. It has no metallic to it. It's just a straight black. And I think it came out pretty good. It matches the dual slat gloss black grills, along with I had them paint my aftermarket splitter in the same color as the bumper, which I think was a pretty good touch. This car is equipped with 4 M parallel wheels, style 37s is what BMW calls them. And I currently have a crappy set of depot headlights in right now while I get my other OEMs restored. This car is equipped with an M62 B44 TU engine. Which the previous owner had actually done a good amount of things to it, and I'm going to be switching up this setup a bunch, but once I kind of get to know the car and I find its weaknesses, that's when I'll really start to adjust what's already been done in the car. I flashed a DINAN Stage 5 software onto the current modifications that are on this car. It has the DINAN ported intake manifold, throttle body off of an Audi. I'm not actually sure what size that throttle body is, but it's obviously bigger than OEM. Turner Motorsports intake, along with a K&N filter. This has an electric fan instead of a belt-driven fan. Has a Megan Racing strut brace. That's probably going to go off for a carbon fiber one once I can find something that fits. Equipped with the 6-speed 420G get-rag transmission. Out of an M5. The M5 and the 540i transmissions are pretty similar, but when 2 owners ago they swapped the transmission, they put a M5 transmission in it out of a wrecked car, and then the motor actually only has 70,000 miles on it, and that was also not the original motor that was in the car, which I was pretty lucky about how new the powertrain was in this mobile, considering it's a pretty old car. Along with the other modifications done to this car, there is actually a ported heads on there, which definitely helps the motor. And so yeah, this motor probably puts out a little under 350 for horsepower. It's still NA, which I love. I love the sound of the NA M62s, and yeah, I think it's in a pretty good spot right now, but down the road I definitely see myself doing some upgrades to it.
I'm gonna see a second gear pull, see if this thing. See.